Turkish coffee. We are in this Demre or Kemere island, not island, city. I'm astonished. What you missing and what you get.
Well, you see we're going along the street over there. Yeah. So you need to try to make out some geometry in the water. Like here is a wall you see from, like a 90-degree angle. So you will see rectangle holes in the rocks. All right, square or rectangle. These are for poles, for wooden poles. So you would put them in the second floor. These. But this comes like, this is Byzantine era. This is 700 after Christ. So between this stone and this brick are 500 years. Yes? So it could never be during the time of St. Nicholas. This could never end up in the same building. Let me show you another one. You see these rectangle stones. Even one with the, look here with the
I like this.
One is the Greek period. No concrete, no brick. What you have, you need to chisel out the blocks precisely to place them on top of each other. This one is actually, just imagine an iron pole looking up from here. Orthodox Christians started to, write down names on it, and that's why the Turkish government needed to protect this. You see, they had painted a fresco with a cross just on top of it, meaning, yeah, this is the one. So archaeologically, in archaeology, you always look out for holes for the hinges, and then the doors were on wheels because they were heavy. So you see the carving in the marble for the doors. So the architect I came in with looked up and said, "Oh." So you have to imagine that during the medieval ages, even before, no one could read and write. Reading and writing was something the top 1% maybe did. So how do you teach the story of the Bible to people who cannot read and write? Easy, you show them pictures and tell the story to them. And welcome, we have the frescoes. So when you look at this fresco, for example, you see probably this is baby Jesus brought in by the angels. This is the birth scene out of the Bible, or it might be Virgin Mary. So all these pictures are in relation to the story of the Bible. This is how you teach people who cannot read and write about the Bible story, so they learn what to do and what not to do. So Alexander finds two sarcophagus. We know that St. Nicholas was buried in a Roman sarcophagus because he was a Roman citizen. The one who he believes is the original one, he keeps inside in the church. The one who he does not believe might be an original, but in my opinion has far more Christianity signs, is this one. So it's a Roman sarcophagus, but uniquely you see a cross here. So, like if we take it, aside. So a cross is a, symbol of Christianity, and then fish skin as well. So fish skin in Old Greek, if you write the word down, is ichthos. And ichthos, each letter of ichthos gives you the beginning letter of the word in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's why a fish is always the first symbol of a secret church.
We are now in an ancient city, in ancient tombs, where is the graves in the mountains. Like, I cannot believe this, but look, those are graves in the mountains.
Why did you use another color here? It's the rule. It's the rule. We have to use a different color so you see what is original, what is restoration work. So by looking at this one, if I wouldn't know anything about this theater, I could say, oh look, they have arches, perfect arches. The Greeks invent arches, but the Romans make them perfect. The Greeks, they use it as sewage, yeah, underground for wastewater, but they have a big problem. They have open, it goes on in the Roman era as well. They have like latrinas, toilets which everyone uses. Everyone sits like shoulder to shoulder, you sit together. You know, you do business. I call it the Facebook in the Roman Empire because you talk around everywhere. But sometimes these structures, they collapse because the art is not perfect back then. So what happens, the shit, so to say, piles up. And when shit piles up, it creates some gases that then travel through the channels and come up as the toilet, and the toilets are lit by candles. So going to the toilet is one of the most dangerous jobs you could do.
That's a shit story, man.
Yeah, this is like story. So we know of a lot of dead people blowing up in the toilet because it was clogged. the methane gas just exploded. They were, the channels when the city was very close to the sea. You would have constantly octopuses coming out of the toilet hole. Oh my God. You would have snakes, snake bites. You're sitting there and
His snake is eaten
so
by an
when
octopus.
you see a perfect art, okay, this is like, this is top of the story of Roman architecture. After they perfected this one, they were able to build freestanding buildings. Colosseum was not possible without the architects. Yes. So completely Roman architects with the skinner building that would close down to the top position. You would display, in the Greek times, you would display drama, comedy and tragedy. Romans would take it up a notch. They would display mythology. Yes. Flying horses, flying men. And at the end, they would take some ideas from north of Rome, from the Etruscans, where it was a bad thing if the king would die in his bed. They would prefer the king to die with his sword in his hand, like the Vikings. Yes? But in case the king would die in his bed, they would take two of his soldiers, let them fight for life and death. The one who is killed would be considered the king, so the king would be honored in the afterlife. So the Romans take this idea and create the gladiator fight. And there comes a time where the city sells more tickets for gladiator fights than for theaters. So that's when they decide, okay, it doesn't make sense anymore to build a theater. Let's build two theaters, put them against each other, and there you have the Colosseum. All right? The Colosseum is watertight. The Colosseum is watertight. We know that Nero tried to kill his mother. Why? Because he displayed a show, a marine warfare, he filled up the Colosseum with water. He pushed in ships where the people on the ships fought each other, and he put his mother on one of the ships, so he thought maybe she drowns in that water. Without knowing, she could swim pretty well, so she would jump into the water and rescue herself. At the end, she would commit suicide, because he would try it like 5-6 times. But we know the Colosseum was watertight, so they could come up with really neat ideas about.
Gladiator 2 had that scene, didn't they? The film Gladiator 2.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what you can do, you can approach these graves. You can't go up, but you can use the stairs to go up to the top part, and then take the pictures. And we go on at 3:45 or 3:50. All right?
You said there's a castle up there.
Yeah, that's where the flag is.
So we found one of the graves open. I think people open it. Bismillah. It is even burned. But this is a grave. Bismillah, where is the boat?
They don't go, so the ones in Petra, you think there's a whole house behind the doors. It isn't, it just stops there.
Another grave. And another grave. This one has this. Bismillah. Bismillah.
Am I going to take it?
I wonder.
I don't think so. What is
I'll
that?
come and tell you what we found.
You take it. I'll give it now.
How normal people act when they see. It is very easy to climb, by the way, but yeah. Oh. Wow. We never expect this. This will be here. As a fucking crazy. Yeah. It's like FSS.
Why do you think we're going in there?
Yeah. Oh, this? Yok. Benimki bu ve çikolatalı. Ve
Bu ve çikolata hangisi? Bu ve?
bu.
Tamam üçü hemen.
I can see you. I can see you. That was R2.
Oh very good.
That was R2. Okay. Maşallah,
Oh
maşallah.
maşallah maşallah. From England?
Tunisia, Tunus.
Tunisia, Tunus.
Evet. Thank you. So currently I don't know where I am going. I am in Kemer or Donar or Benar or Zammer.
Demre.
Teknolojia. I don't know where I am going, but they told me it's 150 meters from there to Cash. I need to, I think, to pay and go to fucking Cash, a fucking beautiful city. Because this city is beautiful, but it's not for me. It's too small, too small. Too small city. This city is small. Let's try another city. I came from Antalya city center. Now in Demre. Now let's go to Cash. It's fucking expensive there. I couldn't find an hotel, so we will try. Bye.